Have you ever felt like you're just a small drop in a vast ocean? Like your actions, no matter how well-intentioned, are too insignificant to make a real difference? I've been there, we all have, but today, I want to share a story that completely changed my perspective on this. It's a story about a man named Mark, a retired teacher who believed his best days were behind him, and how one simple, almost thoughtless act of kindness rippled out to change not just one life, but an entire community. Mark lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Every morning, he'd walk his dog, Buster, along the same route. He'd see the same faces, the hurried commuters, the parents rushing their kids to school. He'd offer a polite nod, but mostly felt invisible. One Tuesday, he noticed a young woman, Sarah, sitting on a park bench day after day. She wasn't on her phone, she wasn't reading a book. She just sat there, staring blankly, with a profound sadness in her eyes that felt all too familiar to Mark. For a week, he just walked past. "It's not my business," he told himself. "What could I possibly do?" But her loneliness gnawed at him. The next day, as he approached the bench, he did something different. He stopped. With a slightly trembling hand, he offered her one of the 2 coffees he was carrying. I bought an extra by mistake," he mumbled, a small white lie. "Thought you might like one, it's a bit chilly today." Sarah looked up, startled. For the first time in days, someone truly saw her. She took the coffee, her fingers brushing his. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice hoarse. That was it. That was the entire exchange. Mark continued his walk, feeling a little foolish, but also a little lighter. What Mark didn't know was that Sarah had just lost her job and was feeling utterly hopeless. She felt like a failure, invisible to the world. That small, unexpected gesture from a stranger was a crack of light in her darkness. It was a sign that she wasn't invisible, that someone cared. It gave her the tiniest spark of strength she needed. The next day, instead of sitting on the bench, she went to the local library and started updating her resume. She started applying for jobs again, not with desperation, but with a renewed sense of hope. A month later, Sarah landed a new job at a local nonprofit that helped homeless families. She remembered the feeling of being seen, of that simple coffee from a stranger. She poured that same energy into her work. She didn't just hand out supplies. She learned people's names, listened to their stories, and offered them the same dignity Mark had offered her. One of the families she helped was the Jacksons. The father, a skilled carpenter, had been unable to find work after an injury. Inspired by Sarah's belief in him, he started a small workshop in the nonprofit's garage, fixing donated furniture. Soon, other residents joined him, learning a new trade. The workshop grew into a small business, Second Chance Carpentry, employing people from the shelter and giving them not just a paycheck, but purpose. They started taking on community projects, building playground equipment for a local park and benches for the town square benches, just like the one where Sarah used to sit. All of this whole chain reaction of hope and renewal, started with one man, one extra cup of coffee, and the courage to step out of his comfort zone. Mark never knew the full extent of his impact. He just saw Sarah a few months later, walking with a new confidence, and she gave him a radiant smile. For him, that was enough, but for us, it's a powerful reminder. You are not just a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Your one small act of kindness might be the catalyst that changes everything. It might be the coffee, the smile, the encouraging word that someone desperately needs to see the light again. Don't ever underestimate your power to make a difference. Be the Mark in someone's story today. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire and uplift. Until next time, take care and be kind.